Why hello there, and welcome back to another game development stream on my game here, Skinny Man. I will also say hi, hello, it's Sunday once again, which means that back to the old grind tomorrow, but actually no, because, I don't know, it's ramping down the semester, and I don't have to attend a class tomorrow, which is great, but I do have other stuff I need to do. Anyhow, today we are once again working on my game schedule, but instead of doing more work on entities, because there's still more work that realistically needs to be done, like actually creating stuff that is actually going to go into the game and not just be a box that just kind of goes around, something that you actually interact with, but I'll do that later. Maybe in this stream, I don't know. What we're going to start with is kind of what the title suggests, data collecting. More specifically, we're going to try adding some sort of statistics system. Now, there's not going to be any way currently in-game to view your statistics. It's just going to start saving them in a file on your computer so that I can upload them to my server later. I mean, so that I can later show you the statistics. Like, see, here's all the statisticsing that you've done. Isn't it great? Anyhow. Yeah, so anyhow, now we need to get going with how we're actually doing statistics stuff. So I'm gonna create a new class here. So it's gonna be statistic manager. This is horribly misspelled, I am sure. I'm gonna make this its own file here. It's been nice and simple here. So we're going to have to do a couple things. We're going to, of course, have to have a constructor where we're going to load stats here. And we're also going to have a save function where we're going to save stats here. And actually, your constructor is going to take a string, and we're gonna all right, and that's gonna take that, which is then going to get assigned right here in the constructor. We are also going to have to import JSON parsing stuff from processing, so it's going to be import processing.data.star and also import, not import. Wow, that actually sounds very similar when you just confuse the M and N, but of course the programming or the computer will actually see those as two completely different and independent things. So, sorry, just gotta mess with the green screen a bit here. It is bothering me a little bit. The kind of I swear this. Sure, that'll work. All right. All right. Import all this stuff from processing. Oh, hello. I have no idea what either of these things are or why they are showing up. I'm going to press enter and see what happens. No idea. No idea. So actually, is the autocomplete going to work? Oh, what do you know? It is actually going to it is going to work. Actually, no. It's not going to be an array. It's going to be just a singular JSON object in this file. So, just going to load the file name there into JSON. The JSON object. sta stats object is equal to that. And then for saving here, we're going to go going to create another JSON object, name it stats object. And then we're going to go, or stats object, wait, dot, will it give me any methods from this? No, it will not show me any methods for a JSON object. Ah. So actually, if I did a dot here, would it? No, it won't. Okay. So that's not going to give me. I do not remember if the save JSON object will be in the Paplet class or the no. Okay, it is in the JSON objects class or the JSON object class, and I'm now realizing that I don't actually know what the syntax is for that because I've only ever really saved the JSON base. I'd assume the syntax would be the same. But let's see, JSON object, save JSON object, which is for in Paplet. Okay. JSON object, and should just do this. And then this. And that should be the basic framework here. So this is going to be quite simply how all this works. Or this is going to be load stats. Here. So let's see. What are we going to do? We're going to okay. Let's see. I'm thinking of how we can do these stats right now. Or what we're going to do. So actually now kind of comes the challenging part where we actually got to figure out. Hold up, let's auto format this thing. This is a weird format. Okay. What do we want to actually have, or what do I want to have for stats? Hello there, and welcome to the live stream. What kind of stats? Not too much. We're doing statistic counting in the game right now. I just thought, what kind of statistics do we want to track? So there's obviously going to be coins collected. But what else besides that? I'm not entirely sure because I didn't really think too much about this when I was coming up with these ideas. Anyhow, we're going to start with saying that coins collected equals this dot get int coins COLEs collected, and then we likewise will come down here dot set int coins collected, and then the actual integer itself. All right, there's the saving and loading of coin collections. We're gonna make this private. Gonna make this int or these stuff private for now, and maybe we'll do accessors later. I'm not entirely sure. That's future me's problem. Screw that guy. He has to think of all the things. I don't. So then we're gonna create a way we can add or have more coins be collected. So why is that a key word in processing? Well, I spelled it right then. ECCT. And all this does is coins collected plus plus. what else? Okay. Oh, actually, before I do this, we're going to set that file name to true, but then we're going to say if new file, which means we're going to have to import that from java.io, file name .exsis. So only actually do all the loading stuff if we can check the file, because processing doesn't actually throw an error or anything when it fails to load a file. It will actually just do literally nothing but return null for some reason. So unless you're specifically checking after every load to check if the object's null, it just won't do anything. So then you'll try to use it and it'll give you a null pointer exception, which can be really annoying to figure out. But anyhow, this should oi IO. There we go. Make sure that's correct. Exists does not exist. What is it called? Because I know it's something along those lines. Can you give me help? No? What if I file dotted? Bring up anything there? Nope. Okay. EXSISTS. Does that exist? Did I spell it right? No. EXISTEX. Oh, probably no S there. Yep. And now we're making a static reference. Why is that not a static reference? I'm using it statically, to be fair. But I really don't want to have to pass in the instance of... Actually, well, okay. I guess the reason why it needs to be not static is because if you don't put an absolute path in, it will try to do local to your sketches path, so it needs to actually know where your sketch is. But I feel like that could be a global variable. Anyhow, that's really annoying for this, because then that means I actually have to pass in an instance of the actual game instance itself, which is just annoying. I wonder if this can be used like this. This is also probably going to want an instance, which I really didn't want to have to pass around, because that's kind of a problem that I think I've experienced in my game, is that I just pass around the main instance of the main class a lot, which is useful for accessing stuff, but it really is not a very good best practice when it comes to programming. Especially if people are going to mod. It's like, wow, okay, you're just passing me this thing, which is literally has everything in it. Because, mind you, not only is the instance of the main object necessary to actually interact with any of the shit that I've written that's not in its own dedicated class file, it's also necessary to do any rendering at all. So if I want to render something, gotta pass in the full object. Very annoying. Sorry, I'm doing nose stuff right now. Well, I guess I'm just going to have stuff passed in. Well, specifically, I don't actually have to, I don't have to pass in necessarily the exact Skinny Man class. I could just have it be the upcasted or downcasted Paplet version. So I don't know why I like to call it source, I guess. This dot source equals source. There we go. Alright, so now instead of doing the Paplet there, we have to use source there, and also I'd probably wager a bet there as well. There we go. Alright, oh, I should also turn full screen mode off. To be fair, OBS doesn't seem to care too much about full screen mode, but I should just turn it off to begin in general, because it's a better editing experience in general. Actually, while I'm here, I can also, I guess, look at other things that we could statisticize within the game here. Kind of a funny one would be settings changed. Like every time you go and modify a setting, I don't know, sliders are a little bit weird of how I would do that. But other than that, like every time you click a different button in here, it should just add, we'll do that. So we'll actually quickly go here. Private int settings changed. Ugh. There's a good one. Let's go. Most of these statistics, mind you, are going to be rather meaningless, but some of them could be quite humorous. Also, I'm going to need to try to make most of them not apply to the level creator, because, yes. That's probably a good idea. Other statistics I guess could be, again, levels completed. Again, a lot of the stuff could probably be cheese with user-generated levels. To be fair, though, I do not care much if you create a user-generated level to cheese most of the stuff, like the number of coins that you could collect. For instance, if we go to level 2 here. Also, my plan is that we only actually save... Also, I guess some of these... Well, I don't know if these should necessarily be counted in multiplayer. I'll have to check that. Or I'll have to check on that, see if that would be a good idea. Sorry, there's the light here with the green screen. That's really bothering me right now. Okay, that should bother me less. Might also say checkpoints activated, but that one's going to be really difficult to implement, as technically activating every single frame that you're standing on top of it. Just thinking a better one could be portals used. Okay, I will private int portals used. If anyone out there has any ideas, feel free to throw them in the chat. To be fair, there's probably a ton of different things that I realistically could do. I don't know why does this feel so freaking stuttery today. I don't know, there's probably a fair amount of stuff that I could realistically do to stuff that I could do, but that would be quite complex to implement. Like, and this stuff will probably be added as statistical in the future, but times jumped, for instance. That is theoretically one that I could do, but there's situations like, how would I actually detect what's a jump and you just being close enough to the ground, you just having space pressed for 2 like physics frames in a row that happen to register as there being a ground beneath you, and so you get 2 jumps, that sort of thing. Well, I guess actually in that situation I could check if your velocity is actually already going up. But then there's also, I mean, situations like this. This technically would then count as a lot of jumps. I don't know if I necessarily want that to be a thing. Ooh, I thought of another one. We could have buttons activated. Okay, we'll do that one. Well, actually, you have to, properly implement all these things in the future, but, that's the future. Let's see. Other solid ideas. Let's see. Coins is definitely going to be a 1. In fact, that one we basically implemented that one fully already. So what else could we do? What else? Oh, the thing with buttons activated is we're going to have to be able to check when was the button activated. And if the button was activated, don't increment it every frame. Funny statistic would be recent frame rate, just like whenever it gets saved, save the frame rate in there, but I don't really see much of a use in that. Alright, how many coins is there here? This is way easier to clean out with the new collision. Over 200 coins right there. That's a lot. Whatever. You can get up to 2 billion coins before it starts to roll over, and at that point I don't care. I'm not using longs for crap right now. Boing, 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 ba 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 boing. Yeah, so that's level 2. What? Number of games quit, I get, or number of times you press the quit button in here. I guess that would be a good option. Levels completed. Or times you've hit the level complete. That would be a good stat. So actually, we'll go add both of those. Games quit. Games quit level completed. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stats. Let's see, can we get up to 10? Oh, times died. That's a good one. Private int times died. Would also say we do something like time played, but that one would be a little bit complicated. That one I would definitely want to track in terms of a long. Yeah, let's see, yeah, time played is something I would definitely want to track in a long, and that one would be very complex to actually implement. I don't know if I'd want to use like seconds for that. But that would also be very I mean, actually it's not too complex, just every time it's saved, we actually here's a thought. Alright, here's a thought. What does so if I go into setup here, SECS. What is the function for this? I know that it's here somewhere. Where is it? Image input color control, maybe? Is that where? No, that's not where time shit is. It's time and date. Damn it, I don't know where this information is on the new processing reference. I know where it was on the old one. Guess I'll just have to scroll through it manually. Conversion, primitive, string functions, inputs. Oh, date, it's under input. SECOND. SECOND. There it is. So when I press load here, I just realized I have no idea of knowing when it prints that. Alright. Now into sec. Alright. It's definitely done it by then. 45. If 55. I'm assuming that's just number of seconds since started, not number of seconds in the minute. No, crap, it is seconds in the minute. Shit. That's a problem. Actually, I probably could have just looked at the reference I have over here to second function returns the turn second as a value from 0 to 59. Okay. Okay. Are they doing this just to spite me? Okay, that was an annoying honking of the horn. Okay, so if I want any specific yeah, if no idea what the heck that is. Yeah, so if I want any sort of accurate timekeeping, I have to just use the millisecond command, which returns the number of milliseconds since the start of the sketch. This information is often used for time animation sequences. Yes, it is. Yeah, so if I want to do that, if I want to do time play, which I don't think I'm going to do, because that sounds painful. Let's see. I could also just use the Java time stuff. But that's just a whole can of worms I don't want to get into right now. Statistics manager. Alright, so see, with that being said, oh, the green screen's now screwed up. Woo. Alright, there it is. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine. I'll say I'll just work on implementing these for the time being, and we will add more if I think of any more. I just thought of a couple. Int 3. I can't start with a number. Rated 3D. And specifically, this will not work with the logic component. This will have to be the physical in-world button that you stand on. Private int deactivated 3D. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 statistics is good for now. And we will then copy all these down here where we get to remove all this stuff. Alright. And then we can equals this. Alright, so actually, so while I'm doing the menial stuff, I can talk about some other stuff here. So today I was actually doing a thing because I have a way that I have very much failed to use, but is in theory supposed to be used by me and Tyler if he ever actually does work on this game again, to track things that we want to do in the game. And today I was like, you know what? Google Sheets, which is what we're doing it in, has this feature for drop downs where you can make drop down menus on your sheet nowadays. But they're just that. They're just a pre-selected list of options. They don't, by default, do anything. So what I thought, I was like, why don't I try writing a script? Because Google does have a where you can write your own custom functions and scripts for Google Sheets. I was like, okay, and I've done that sort of thing before, so I'm like, okay, why don't I just write a function that automates the function of what these should do, which is change the color of the row to indicate a different status. Anyhow, now I gotta think about stuff here for a second. Settings. Well, that's spelled wrong. Portals used. That B should not be capital. Games quit. Levels completed. Times died. 3D mode HTTI 3D mode deactivated. Alright. Anyway, where's it going? Oh yeah. So I was trying to do that, but anytime I went to try to go load up the actual script itself for the sheet, which I hadn't done anything with previously, I'd click the button and then the page would load for a hot moment. I'd get an error first, or I'd get like this page was not found from Google Chrome error, and then I'd eventually get a 400 bad request page, which was really weird. And I looked at the URL and it was really long, and it turned out that it was a Google redirect URL that contained a Google redirect URL that contained a Google redirect URL, all encoded with the successive URLs for some reason. And I ended up unraveling it, and it was like something like 28 different redirects. And after like 8 redirects, the browser just gave up and was like, no, sorry. Or the web server gave up and was like, nope, you're not doing this anymore. I don't know what was going on there, but it made a real pain. And then when I actually had to go like set up the triggering to actually make it work when you change stuff, the confirmation pop-up that happened when I authenticated my Google account was all of a sudden then like, well, that also got the redirect problem and ended up failing. But thankfully, it didn't actually need me to do anything at that point, and it was all set up. Anyhow, that's my statistics loaded all there. Now we just got to do the same thing, but for saving, we need to paste in a good chunk of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, then we just copy the strings one by one. Now I'm not entirely sure how the processing JSON implementation decides to order the actual result in JSON, but it might be alphabetical order, which is better than what I've done here. If I ever get the stuff displayed in game, it will definitely be alphabetical order. Instead of what Minecraft used to do for the longest of time, which was just put it in any old random order. It's actually alphabetical now, though, so you can actually find stuff. To be fair, even if I do eventually put, an in-game viewer for statistics, I don't expect it to ever be viewed all that often. Okay. That's all that done. Now for the actual variable names. Buttons activated. Games quit. Levels completed. Times died. Activation on 3D. Deactivation on 3D. Alright, so that's the loading and saving done. Now we, I guess, got to get all the increment functions. Woo. Man, also the weather around here recently. It's been real wild. It got real warm for a bit, and now it was real close to freezing today. In fact, I think it was basically freezing overnight. And, oh gosh. We're going further and further into the year. This year's gonna be a weird one for the weather. I can tell that already. Alright, what do we got? We got... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Quickly go over to here, because I don't know what's going to pop up when I do this next thing, which is open the Notepad++. It goes to the main screen, of course it does. Then I'm going to get the names of each of these variables into a new thing here. I can actually, it's not going to be visible on screen now, so I can bring this back. Nothing that you're going to see, but haha, I get to do stuff in Notepad++, which allows me to select multiple lines at the same time. Future processing really could do with. Let's remove all the semicolons. Alright, then we're gonna make the void increment. We don't need the one for coins collected, I already have that. So then I'll just capitalize the first letter of all this stuff so I can tell where it all happens. And then we simply go and right there. That. Alright. Now I can come over here, paste all of these in. As you can see, I did this all on a complete other window here. Got the correct formats for everything ready to go. Just gotta space out these brackets, and then we simply, actually I'm gonna need the Notepad++ back here, because we're just going to need to go this plus plus, which I'm gonna go deliver a tab to each one of these because they don't have one. Then the simple plussing is going to be doing stuff. You know, I'm thinking I probably should also add functions for, or ways you can reset your statistics, ways you can reset your level progress, or even entirely reset your settings. But as it currently sits, I cannot be bothered to do that. And if you want to do that, just delete your file, and it'll all be regenerated in the original form. So, you know, go and delete your settings file, delete that, whatever. Alright, there's all the incrementation functions for all this stuff. We can auto format this stuff. Alright. Functions to increasing all the we'll do a doc string here. That's to store and manage. Alright, that's what this class does. It stores and manages statistics. Let's get this entire thing ready and insert it into here. So we'll create a new line at the near the bottom here. So we'll have equals stats equals new statistics manager of, actually no, we need to not do this here. We're gonna do this It requires loading, so we're actually going to do this in the program load function. Program. Apparently I have the word program in a lot of comments here. There it is. Took it long enough. It'll be the last thing in the list because I don't care. Actually, something I should also do is add the progress bar to the loading screen. I put stuff in for that. I don't think it's necessarily the most accurate, but I do need to put effort into that at some point too. Do stuff. Yeah, load complete and all stuff with load progress. We're before to that. Loading stats. That is not a function. That would be weird. Stats equals statistics manager. We're gonna need a file name, which, let's see, can I find it? Huh. Forgot that I did that. Let's see. Most of the stuff loaded is local and relative stuff. Here it is. Here's what I need though. /stats .json. And then we send in this class. What is your problem? Huh? Oh, right. It's a constructor, not a function. There we go. Alright, and that should be simple for loading statistics. What we'll need to do... Well, okay, saving the statistics is going to be another thing entirely, because statistics saving is going to be done when you quit or finish a level. So, the mouse pressed method is where all that stuff's going to take place. So, we're going to... and just search for quit. Pause. Okay, so pause, quit, button. Find its definition, find its render, and find its actual activation. If you're not in multiplayer, we're going to say menu and stats.save. We're also similarly going to do that with the level complete button, which... Didn't I only recently actually make that a proper button and not just an actually predefined area on the screen that you have to click? Or did I ever do that? If not, then we should definitely do that right now. The tutorial button. Exit. Add to this, I don't actually know where I need to look for the actual stage leaving stuff. Bunch of stuff with multiplayer here, which I probably should touch again. Also, I gotta make sure all the entity stuff that I've been adding actually works in multiplayer, because that's kind of important. Multiplayer leaving. Oh. Oh. Yeah, no, I really gotta do this then. Oh, do I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, do I have to prevent stats from actually incrementing if you're in multiplayer. Stats, I guess, will still increment. They just won't save if you leave multiplayer. You'll have to play another one. Whatever, that's a bug I can solve later if necessary. So, for the else here, stats.save. Alright. That should work for that. Well, I mean, stats don't get incremented, but that should work for the saving and loading of statistics. Ooh, my hand, the green screen doesn't like it. Ooh. Why am I so easily infused by that? Anyhow, we're going to take a quick detour for the continue button here. Not Windows key. Control F. I have a thing for it. I have an end of level button. Why has this not been implemented? I'm actually confused by that at this point. I feel like I fixed that in other places, but I finally fixed it here now. It will actually be fixed. Jeez. Yeah, that took way too long for this button to actually be fixed. That also meant that it actually, until now, probably in the current version of the game, if you don't have a 16:9 or almost 16:9 monitor resolution, the button is not going to or the clickability of the button is not going to be where it's displayed. Which is a problem. And that should now be fixed. Because I was using this to display it, but never actually updated its functionality. Oh boy. Anyhow. On to actually incrementing statistics. Starting with the coin. Alright. That was a weird one. Alright, Mr. Coin. Source.stats.increment coin collected. So if not source dot level creator, because specifically we don't want the stuff to be incrementing when we're in the level creator. T8 stats.increment Is that correct? No, it is not. Crap. Statistics manager, that's what it's called. Oh, how of course. How can I forget? It's increment collected coins. Duh. Anyhow. Alright. That seems to have worked. I want to go implement all these things before I actually start trying stuff. That way I don't have to worry about them. Oh, actually no. I'll try it first. And then I'll check on the file. Make sure the file is existing right. Okay, so I just gotta collect some coins and then complete a level. So we're gonna go level select. We'll just go through level 1 here. Not the fastest level, but it has a reasonable amount of coins. Theoretically, I could quit, but I want to first check it with the Wait, so I first want to check it against. I first want to. Oh God, what am I saying? Just relax. Yeah, I first do want to check the level complete, as that's a little bit more of a pain to actually figure that out. Ooh. How did that get there? What even is that? How have I not noticed that until now? Whoa, and how am I standing on this platform? Oh, I know why. It's because the hitbox is slightly overlapping it. The hitbox... Yeah, crap. The hitbox of the player is a slight bit wider than the feet. It goes, well, right off to the edge of the player there, as you can see. Off to the edge of the head, because you don't want to bash your head into the wall, because that would be weird. I'm otherwise generally pretty good at this stuff. Just go through here collecting coins. So we have 175 coins. That's a good number. Alright, let me click complete. And now I go over to this page so that I can safely open up the folder so I can... Okay, we want you on screen right now. Green screen is really annoying me, but so are the lights today, so that's fun. Skinny man. Stats. Perfect. Alright, 175 coins collected. Then we will go into... Which level shall I pick? Say level 7. Gonna collect 5 coins. Click quit. Reload the file. And 180 coins collected. Great. It's all working. But now we actually got to implement all the other various stats that I have decided that I'm doing here. Actually, I should just have the list of various stuff up on my second monitor over here. That way I can adequately look at it instead of going back here. Okay, so portals used. That would be on the draw for the interdimensional portal. Actually, let's go, before we leave coin quickly, I will do that because I got that correct. No use, I'm blind apparently because I cannot find where it says internet. There it is. To be fair, not many classes do start with an I in this right now. Alright, interdimensional portal. Oh, wait, I just realized I only did that in 2D for the coins. I'll have to do that in both dimensions then. Anyhow, draw. Whereas if E pressed, then if we're not in the level creator, we're gonna do source dot stats dot increment portals used. Do that, and we do the same thing in 3D at the bottom of when you pressed E. And then I go over and do to coins, so I can add that to this logic to 3D coins. Alright, now what's next? Buttons activated. That we're talking about the logic button, which is right here. Oh. We have the state. Oh god, this is confusing. So variables not state is equal to, okay, so there's a moment of time right here, which is very convenient, where the state of the button is different. Oh, hang on. Because state is just defaulted to false there. If I instead set state to this here, which, or I guess set to this right here, I could then say if state is not, if not state, I think I'll do that. So, not, then we'll increment buttons A, C, T, I, V, A, T. So at this point, state will be set to whatever the previous use of the variable is. So that way, so here it will set the variable to true, but state's already been. So if state is not true here, which means that we didn't, or the last time round the button wasn't activated, then state, or then we will increment it specifically here, and then of course state next time around will be set to true before he gets here. And I just realized I have yet to make this operate via the player's hitbox. This operates off of the old method. Which is weird because I'm pretty sure I actually upgraded the 3D buttons. Make logic button use new hitbox. Right, I kind of forget that the hitbox system is also new in this update. Good thing I caught this by going through and doing this. I will need to, of course, copy this all down to 3D here. And then we'll preset state right here. Mind you, this is going to be another variable action, but that shouldn't really do much slowing down of the program right there. That's the logic button. Games quit, that would be back here. Oh, but right, we already did something there. Yeah, it's right here actually. Pause button, option on options. Resume options quit. Here it is. For stats, let's say we stats.inc REMENT. Make sure I spelled that right. No, I didn't. That's not. Hang on. Okay, it's just not highlighting that. Okay. INC REMENT. Alright, so increments games quit there. And then likewise, the next one is back to the level completed section, which I believe is beneath settings somewhere here. Wait, was that beneath multiplayer? This should also be updated. That's multiplayer shit there. So, multiplayer selection, dev menu. Multiplayer also actually needs a lot of work because the way I designed a lot of the interfaces in multiplayer is I designed them to be more percentage of your screen size based, hence this sort of notation, rather than UI scaling based. And that's probably an issue. And above button. Here we go. Stats dot INCREMENT LEVELSCOMPOETED. Level completed. Death is the next one. Oh, that one's fun. Actually, I'm going to quickly go grab some more water, so I'll be right back. Alright then. Continuing, yes, death. That's physics. That's physics for you. Should be the level collisions file here. Then we will go and find everywhere that dead equals true. Crap, I know I just screwed up a couple of the last ones. Didn't put... Hold up. I didn't... Oh yeah, no. I did for that there. Then level complete. I don't think you can click the button if you're... and you also can't use the quit button if you're in the level creator. Okay, that's fine. Alright, back over to... here. If not level creator. Alright, so if not level creator, increment times died. And then we just go to the next location where the player gets killed. Which, to be clear, is different from the entity killable because... Okay, cool. Those are the only two places. Because player is a bit different with how it actually has to have rendering, and you're dead for a certain amount of time. All right, 3D buttons. 3D buttons. This is deactivate we're doing first, apparently. Yeah, see, I did the hitboxes for this one correctly. Don't know why I didn't do this for the actual button, anyhow. So turning it off will only be here. Increment DEACTIVATE D 3D, and then we simply go to the other one, 3D on switch, into the 2D mode here. I will just copy this. And then I will also copy both of these lines here to go back to the logic button with. Because this is the old collision detection mechanism. Oh, that's in 3D. You can see how long and unruly that is for 3D. For 2D is also quite long, and then... So we're just gonna boink, replace that with this new if statement here, which should do exactly the same thing, but in the new collision style, which is significantly cheaper than the old one, I think. I'm not actually sure which one is cheaper because they both generally process in less than a millisecond, but I'd imagine that the new collision system, despite the fact that all the pre and post processing that it's got to do, is relatively, on the whole, probably a bit easier to do because it's, well, it has an optimization step in there, but even then it's more accurate when we do get down to doing collaging stuff. So, logic button. Alright. Beep. Look how much less that is for the 3D collision in terms of immediate code right there. Yeah, that is that is a thing. All right, that is all the stuff there. Done all that. All right, let's go and test this. Crap. I forgot to reference the source for a lot of these. Whatever. It'll just tell me everywhere I failed. Okay, that's all I failed. Cool. Right. Let's see. We got a bunch of different stuff here, and I do not know what the answers to all these are going to be. Let's go through level 8 first. Because this one's going to have a fair mounted or of fair amount of portals, and then I successed the game there. We'll save all statistics here. Reload. That was 15 portals used. I thought of another one. Signs read. Oh, and then also sound boxes used. Okay. Oh. Signs read. Sound boxes used. 2 more stats I have to do. Anyhow, what other we got for there? We got that did 1 level complete. Play through level 5 next. Actually, we'll quit first. And there, so we get 1 level quit in the books. I will be very interested to see over time what happens to my statistics file here on this computer, because I'm theoretically not going to do much resetting it apart from potentially testing. So I'll be interested to see the numbers that I achieve for things like coins collected. I could imagine that I might hit. Oh, I forgot to do that.
What is this strange new dimension?
I also gotta fix that.
You can move in this new dimension by
actually, I might be able to
W or S.
The shadow
don't
flickering like that. Specifically when you're going up for some reason.
You can use the arrow keys to change the view a little bit. Do not read this part out loud.
Trying to think of how I could solve it. Maybe I don't actually know why it's flickering, but it obviously has something to do with me going up. Which maybe means it's a little bit farther away than it should be. So potentially what I can do is I could just like move it like 1/2 or 1/4 of a unit up off the ground, and that might fix the issue with the shadow there. And this issue totally is just because the shadow is using the new collision system to detect collisions with the ground. I actually don't remember how big the collider area is for it. It might just be projecting the player's hitbox downwards, or it might be using a custom hitbox. I do not know. Alright, go back here. This is definitely going to increment the portal usage. And reload the statistics file. Okay, I've now collected 328 coins, quit the game once, deactivated 3D mode once, because going through a portal does not count as deactivation. 3D mode has been activated twice, still haven't activated any buttons, changed any settings. I skipped that one. I totally skipped settings changed. Oh. Well, I guess we'll have to go and implement that before we do the new ones. I haven't died yet, because I'm a pro gamer. Anyhow, we'll try level 5? No, wait, we just did this one. Quit another level. Level 9. That's the one I was thinking of. The one with the logic stuff, because I gotta activate some buttons here. Woo. To make sure that all of this works. Hello? Oh, great, that didn't work. Oh, I know why. Oh, that means that's also a bug with the 3D stuff. Fun, I found a bug today. That's great. I actually did not expect that. Okay. So the bug here is that... Oh, are we on the logic button? No, we're on the 3 down switch. Well, it'll need to be fixed here. This hitbox isn't taking into account the group offset, which is being taken into account here. So we need to add the offset X. Wait, no, wait, hang on, that's not right. Right here, because group that offset X and group that offset Y. These are what needs to be taken into account here. Yes, because actually moving stuff around. Okay. This is the other one. All right. Yeah, taking this into account is important because there are going to be times when me or players is moving these things around. They still need to be able to activate when there is logic moving them around. Thankfully, it is not all that complex to implement this. It's just a bit of addition. Addition's pretty easy. All right, logic button. This is why we play test things, guys. This is why. Where does it actually render? Here it is. So offset X there, X there, Y there, Y there. And then, of course, Z down here at the bottom. All right, trying this again. Level select, level 9. Now we will succeed. Yes, yes, we will. We will actually succeed. Everything will work completely fine. And nothing will be weird at all. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yay, works. Okay. Just collect all the coins, increase that statistic. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Every time I stand on that button, well, yeah. Hopefully this is all gonna go really well here. I'm still not, to be fair, testing the whole death stuff. Well, but that's just because I'm a pro gamer and never have to test whether I'm dying or not. Alright. Alright. Time to check the statistics. I know you guys can't see this, but I don't feel like making it visible to you. Let's see, 23 portals used, 8 buttons activated, 3 3D modes activated, 2 games quit. 1 3D mode deactivated, 442 coins collected, 3 levels completed, 0 times died, 0 settings changed. Which is of course the next thing we gotta do. Settings changed. And that can't be done in Level Creator, so that's just going to be a simple problem sliders. I don't know how I'm doing sliders. Those are a little bit complex. Unfortunately, that is also right here. Or no, that's multiplayer. Settings is a bit further up. What is all this stuff? Right now, okay. Right, that's all fine. Here we go. All at the top of settings. Alright, menu equals settings. So we're gonna go stats dot increment settings changed. But remember, you would have to complete a level in order to actually maybe leaving settings should also save statistics. I guess I could also do that as a thing. Anyway, I also made settings very poorly here because, I mean, just look at how it's stuff. It does all the reformatting stuff. Yeah. All of this is crazy stuff. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, that's that. And now there's a lot more stuff to deal with. Okay. Sliders. Maybe I'll have to go to mouse released for the sliders, because those are a little bit more complex and I don't want them to be continuously incrementing. Although actually, I guess this is technically, I believe this is mouse clicked. Yeah, okay, so for mouse clicked, I will go and actually allow the sliders to be incremented when you click or perform a simple click on them. That is technically a single change. Also have to be when your mouse releases on them if you're dragging them. So that's that. So it goes there, 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 there. I realize probably also did stuff for the that is one that I'm not gonna bother having a change for the default author. All this state resetting stuff here, okay. And then the menu transitions, okay. And then I simply gotta go to find where mouse released is, which is gonna be down a bit of a ways. Okay, there's key pressed, key typed, mouse dragged, definitely not there. Although, actually, no, crap, that's probably where it is. Crap, that's where everything else is. And that one activates constantly. I don't think mouse released either. No, there's mouse pressed there. I think mouse released doesn't do anything settings related, though, now that I think about it. It's all stuff related to level building. Crap. Well, I didn't care too much about the actual settings adjustments anyway, so it's good enough. So now I get the game loaded up and go to settings. We'll click on some random options there and see, like, see what's changing and all, you know? We'll turn things off and on and off and on, and shadows on. Some of the stuff we can see affecting your stuff. I realize these things here aren't too well aligned / too easy to figure out what's aligned with what unless you're like counting. I mean, I can like hold something up to my screen to find out that the bottom of this here is in line with the middle of this here. These really need to be pushed down a bit. And I haven't done that for a while for some reason, because I guess I'm lazy. Oh, let's go. Oh, I never made it so it saves when you leave settings. So that didn't do... Oh, well, I don't want to go into a level right now. So, I'll have to go find the back button for settings. Which is going to be up here. Best progressions right there. Alright, here we go. Here's the back button. Previously in game, do whatever. Actually, so if you're not previously, whatever. Anyway, we save stats every time you press the back button for settings. So at very least, stats will be created when you boot up the game for the first time, because it'll dump you directly into the settings menu. And then you have the option to, of course... Ooh. All right, now let's see how many settings did I adjust there? 26. Cool. All right, what was that other stat that I added on there? A little. Okay. Signs red. Sound box is used. All right. Signs red. Okay. Well, okay. I guess we add both of these to the stats manager first. Actually, I don't know what it returns if it can't actually get something. Signs red. Sound boxes used. So we get integer. And what are we gonna name this? I guess we could name this signs red like that. Sound, oh, a string please would be nice. And then we just simply copy paste this down here twice, copying these strings, of course. And then actually punching the variables in to actually get saved. Let's see. Yeah, we need to then write functions for the incrementing, making sure all that's working properly. Ooh, my phone is low on battery apparently. It did not buzz for me. Let me plug that in quickly. Alright. So then we get void increment increment siggeans read void increment sound bo sound boxes used. Woo. Just get rid of all these random spaces here that were auto inserted by the multi-line editing. All right, and then we simply take the variable that is related, increment it as you would expect. Then we go over to, please, if I could open this, level collisions, which is where the stuff for a sign is actually going to be. Okay, well, it's technically viewing item contents, but I don't care. Wait, where's that actually happen? Oh wait, no, that actually happens in the sign, doesn't it? Writable sign, I believe, is what it's called. Because apparently I'll have other types of signs in the future. Maybe pictographic signs. I might put those up in the future. I don't know. Anyhow. Yep. Okay, well, here's where it is. If not, source. Wait, I mean, actually, hang on. This is already taken. This should, I believe, already have taken account of Oh, hang on. Source dot scale I feel like this already does take into account whether viewing item contents, or maybe it just doesn't pass eon when you are viewing item contents. Anyhow, stats dot increment. It's read, but first, if not source creator. Someone is idling outside once again. And now they're driving away. And then what was the other one that I just added? Because I'm apparently very forgetful. Soundbox is used. Okay, that one is also pretty easy. Oop, just go for... Is it... It's Soundbox, yes. That is exactly what it is. And I believe it only currently exists in 2D. Press E. So... Oh, right, because it plays for both of them. So if it's not playing, then we can simply tell it to increment the statistic. First of all, I gotta go grab the name of the method, because I can't be bothered to type that. Statistics manager. We go back to Soundbox. Soundbox. And then we sub in that. Copy this. Paste it down there. Right. That should be everything statted up. Let's make sure this all works well. Completely works. Oh. Oh, did I actually name the variable slightly different? Oh yes, I misspelled the use there. Of course I did. Of course I did. Does anything else ever happen like that? Oh. Oh, so for that it throws an error. Give me a moment while I manually edit JSON file here, because it's too stupid to just be like, oh, it doesn't exist. It can be nothing. Alright, there we go. Also, that is probably something that I'll need to contend with in the future updates when I add more statistics to this. I'll actually have to put in a check before loading them each time to make sure they actually exist. But for these ones, these are the basic ones that will always exist in in someone's stuff, because this is the first public update where shit's gonna have it. So I guess level 7 would be a good place to go for both signs and soundbox usage, so should only be one there. Actually, let's test that quickly. Okay, no, it's not in... Okay, it does. I don't know how it sorts these objects. It's not alphabetically. Signs read 1. Perfect. Anyhow. Play that. Is it gonna play?
Ahoy there, laddie!
Oh my god, that's
I can't talk right now because I'm too busy plotting my revenge against the blundering buffoon that stole from me.
Unfortunately...
What's that? You want to help me? Great! Get below deck. We set sail soon.
Unfortunately, as I was saying, it doesn't actually adjust those volumes live, because that would be really pain to do with everything that isn't music. Because music, there's a loop that's constantly going, checking if the music needs to be switched over to the next track. So within that loop is where it will adjust the music volume. as you're going, but for sounds or narrations, those only play once in a while, so we don't always try to automatically update that every single time. Also, I can just comment on how large this ship is. Yeah, it is large. Oh, there's a solid crate in here. What am I colliding with? I am confused. Why am I able to stand on something specifically right there? There's probably something in the background. It's very... I don't know what I'm colliding with there. There shouldn't necessarily be anything in this level that I should be able to collide with on these crates. Oh, this is, of course, something in the background. I'll have to go screw around in the level creator for a while to figure that out. Yeah, no, it seems like it's just an issue with those crates in specifically. I wonder if I did something there intentionally, or not. I don't know. Anyhow, we go over here. This is going to be quieter now.
Arr, the buffoon went that way! Go get him!
I didn't realize how loud this stuff was. I thought I turned that shit down. Oh, is the narration volume even being obeyed here? Hold up. Let me... Because that'd be something that would be useful to know.
Arr, the buffoon went that way! Go get him!
No, it is in fact not being obeyed. Okay, there's the bug that we also can fix. Wow, I'm finding all the bugs today. Oh, I guess the narration volume is currently only being obeyed in the tutorial. That's, good to know. It should not be too hard to fix either. What is the sound volume even being obeyed then? I don't think I have anything in the game currently that is capable of checking that. Although actually I could check if it's trying to use the sound volume for these. It should only be using narration. So if I go options, sounds, if I turn the sounds volume really low here.
That landlubber be in this here castle.
Nope, nope, nope.
This looks like the place, laddie.
I don't know why that I did the voice of the pirate completely changed there, but it just completely did. Again, not sure why. Oh, got someone smoking weed near the building. Ugh. Oh, it's really pungent.
Looks like they took off before we got here. They must have seen us coming and been scared off. They left all me treasure behind. Good work, laddie!
Are any of the volumes besides music being adhered to right now? Hold on. This should all be handled in the sound handler. Is the sound handler even bothering to screw what's up? Anyhow, let me check the statistics, make sure that stuff that we're actually trying to implement right now is doing correct. Let's see. Science read 3 sounds about right. Sound boxes use 6. Also sounds about right. God, that smells terrible. So, here's the sound cue. Or no, up here. Here's where it's doing all the stuff. So, void run goes into void tick, which, let's see, sounds are enabled. Sounds enabled is just so that sounds don't play when the game starts up and the sound handler starts. And also so it can theoretically be stopped. And there's no way for you to actually touch that. This is just playing sound slots. Oh, right. Play sound. Here it is. Move stuff up in the thing, and then it'll take the object here. Wait, where does the do narrations? Because there is narration volume here. Set music track. Start sounds, stop sounds. Registering sounds. Is playing, is in queue. Cancel sound. Play narration, here it is. Sound.play. Master volume times narration volume. Is this shit not being... Okay, so now that I've set those things really low, is shit just not being set here for some reason? No, not settings. Well, I mean, theoretically, yes, settings, but... we'll go back into level 7. And we'll go talk to this guy.
Ahoy there, laddie! I can't talk right now.
Why is that so fucking loud? Unless... No, it really should be just simply playing the narration. Just going to print out this value so I can see what the fuck it is doing. Oh, right. Not directly in processing here. Well, we'll select level 7. 0.08. What the hell? Why is this? And it is going through this. What even is going on? Why is that not doing volume of any kind? It's a very, very small number there. Back to the processing reference for me. Go to libraries, sound. Play. Okay, actually wait, there's 2 arguments. Amplitude and add here, which is apparently what I'm doing. But what is add? And it's not listed here. There's a third position which would be the I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what add is. I know that position is the like left-right balancing. So okay, if I just remove that, and I'll probably have to do that for normal sounds too, because that seems like really weird that it's been done like that. Oh crap. Yeah, I do not know. Alright, will this actually work? I don't know why I had 2 arguments there. This might go on for a while. This just sounds weird, man. Yeah, I think I know why that was the way it was. That was speed. The first the reference is wrong. Oops, I just started opening up Steam for some reason. Is Steam gonna open up or not? Up there, Steam. Ooh, close Steam. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at audio in, not audio sample play. Okay, the first one is rate. Then there's amplitude. So no, I did need the 1 there. Why is the amplitude not working though? Because it does say amplitude from 0 being complete silence to 1 being full volume, and we are nowhere as near 1 as the print statement on the next line will show you. Man, this stream has taken a turn.
Ahoy there, laddie!
That is definitely not... So if I put a 0 in there, will it still make sound? If so, then something is broken. I can also potentially just follow it up with an amp thing, if that maybe works.
Ahoy there, laddie! I can't talk.
I do remember there was an update for the sound library recently. I believe that changes the amplitude or the volume of the sound. I could also try turning the music on and see if that just goes full volume as well. If so, then the sound library is fucking busted, which is great. Okay. That works. Okay. So try this then. Because I think that is a bug in the sound library, how it's not actually applying the amplitude modification. That is not the right button. This should be incredibly quiet now.
Ahoy there, laddie! I can't talk right now because I'm too busy plotting my revenge against the blundering buffoon that stole from me. What's that? You want to help me?
No, I don't particularly do, but I wrote this so I know it was going to go through. I think there is a bug in the sound library right now. Actually, I could check for updates quickly. Sound lib is broken, so this is a necessary deal with the... we're gonna go sketch, manage libraries, sound 2.4.0. I'm on the latest version, guys. I don't know what to say then. I guess besides go to GitHub and look at the sound library. Processing sound, there it is. Go to issues. Oh, hey, a null pointer exception. Wait, what? What? Also, why didn't that... No issues anytime recently on the sound library. Update audio sample. March 22nd was the last release from the sound library. Interesting. Why is this giving me null then? Why is this giving me a null pointer exception? And 2, what the fuck? Also, why didn't this catch it? Oh, it's only interrupted exception. Let's just try capturing all exceptions, eh? Oh, there it is. There it is. Cannot invoke sound file to amp because that is null. Why is that null? Why is that even being... Okay, first of all, how is it getting to amp? Why is... I don't want to know why it's being called. But also, how is it not getting... Oh, I see why. I don't know why this is being called here, to be fair. But because those were single statement if statements. There we go. I'm actually going to... gonna have this throw to handle error, actually, because if there is an actual error in the sound handler, I do want that to be properly notified. I'm gonna print that stack trace, and then we're gonna handle error of I, or source, right? Is that GGN for some reason? That's what I called it here. GGN dot handle error I. This should then work though. Handle error for exception does not exist. It wants a throwable. Right? But an exception is a throwable? Find the actual definition. Yeah, it just wants a throwable. Not an exception. Which is weird. Maybe I didn't do the right GGN. GGN is initialized in the constructor here, right? Yeah, GGN equals X. That's correct. Oh, I know why. We need to cast GGN to be the skinny man. What? The assignment operator. What? Insert assignment operator complete. Whatever. We just gotta put that in parentheses so the cast. Alright, there's one in. That's right. So the cast will go first, and then it'll work. There we go. Alright. Go to settings. We can turn these things back up to reasonable. We'll go into level 7 then and check this. I did not expect to have to solve that today. I'm going to be honest.
Ahoy there, laddie!
That is not a terribly loud volume
right now because I'm too busy plotting my revenge against the blundering buffoon that stole from me. What's that? You want to help me? Great! Get below deck! We set sail soon!
Alright. Nope, did that wrong. That's way wrong. I did not realize how many portals you could go through. In a row. In that direction. That is also a bit quieter there. What the heck was going on with that? That is so weird. That part of the sound library is broken. Anyhow. Yeah. That's like a bunch of stuff done today. And given that the stream is going for like an hour and 52 minutes now, I'd say that is a good place to stop for today, as it's a bunch of stuff that we've actually successfully accomplished there towards the full update. So yeah, before we go, once again, next week is going to be the last regularly scheduled weekend of streaming until potentially the fall, but at that point we'll see what I do if I want to continue doing weekly live streams of regularly scheduled Origins. So, But anyhow, that is next week. So, for now, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like on the stream on your way out. Also, if you want to check out the game that I've actually been developing here today, you can check out the current released version at the link in the description. And subscribe, ring the bell so you'll be notified of future streams just like this one. And I will see you all on the next thing.